Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. I know you can't see me just yet. That's okay. I'll be on screen in a second, but welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you guys are coming on in. Hey, Sabrina. Hey, Kiara. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, y'all. Hey, Sabrina W. Sabrina S. Hey, Danny. Hey, Clinton. Kizzy. Oh, we got all the APs and neighbors joining us. Y'all are coming on in. Super excited about tonight. It's going to be gooder. Yep, I said it. Gooder and gooder. All right, so you guys will see me in 1 second. 1 second. Let's see. There we go. Hey, everybody. Hello, hello. I hope you guys have had an amazing day so far. We are on day 4. Can you guys believe it's day 4 already? Day 4 of the 10-day never give up 10-day marketing challenge, right? Never give up marketing challenge. And listen, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. And it's not stopping, right? It's not stopping. And so we're going to have some fun tonight. It's going to be good because we have a special individual that's going to be on with us. She is absolutely amazing. She is changing the game in the industries that she's in. And we are blessed to have her with us tonight. All right. So let's see who all we have in the room. I want to make sure everything is working. If you guys can hear me, type a number 1 in the chat. If you can hear me, type a number 1 in the chat. There we go. I think we may be good. I think we're okay. We'll see in a second because I got a little delay on my side. All right, and if this is your very first time seeing me live or participating in anything in our community, I am your girl, Katrina Nickhol, your accountability partner, your AP, your neighbor, your business consultant, and we are here to pour into you guys with this challenge. As of what, 10 days ago, if that, a week ago, this thing did not even existed. And so God has gifted us with the ability to just be obedient and create this marketing challenge just for you. Within the first hour of us putting out the wait list, we have over 127 signups. And so, listen, it has been amazing. And God has been showing up and showing out during this challenge. And then what we also are realizing is that it's more than just the challenge. It has been helping us look within. It has been helping us unlearn to relearn, the things that we need to know about our businesses, right? And so I am so grateful for the opportunity to be able to pour into you guys, but also watch this transformation. I get a front row seat to watch this transformation with you guys, right? So listen, we're going to keep bringing it. We're going to keep bringing it. We're going to keep bringing it until day 10. So if you've been enjoying yourself so far, let us know in the chat. Because, we got some new people on. We are on YouTube Live. And we need to let them know it's real. Like, so now if you haven't been enjoying yourself, they say if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But if you have not been enjoying yourself, be like, it was okay, sis. Listen, we can take it. We're not about being fake in our community. But if it has blessed you, let us know in the chat. Because some of y'all been talking about soul searching. Some of you guys have been talking about like it has changed everything for you. And so I'm like, come on, God, keep working, right? Keep working. And if you are new and you want to join the challenge, we're going to put the link in the bio of or the overview of this channel, and so you can sign up and get on the wait list. Haha. And get on the wait list, all right, for the next time, if there is a next time. But anyhow, again, we're going to keep it going. We're on day 4, and I'm going to bring to the stage an amazing young lady. I've had the opportunity to be in her presence several times. And every time I met up with her, was in the same room on the same stages or whatever they may look like, we always had an instant connection. And she was just a joy to be around. I even got a chance to meet some of her family, you guys, and the energy that surges through them is just absolutely amazing. So she comes from good stock, you guys. But not only that, if you are from Duval, she is in Duval County as well. She's close to home. Some of my other friends, y'all, they are way across the country somewhere, but she is right here in our city and she's doing some amazing things. And she has lent herself to us today to drop some info about content, right? About online authority and influence. And I think it's going to be such a blessing to us, especially in this season about marketing, right? So she's a realtor. She is a consultant. She might not want to say it, but she is an amazing content creator. She is a luxury event curator, right? So these are my words because she don't just hold events. She create experiences. And if y'all are part of our community, y'all know about experiences. And she one of those individuals that definitely does that. So tonight we're going to be talking about different things that's going to help you really stand out in your market because that's what marketing is all about. It's about you dominating your lane. So if you guys are ready for our guest speaker or um, our guest, I would say guru, our guest expert, or whatever you want to call it, because she's about to bring the fire. If you're ready, go ahead and type ready in the chat. Type ready in the chat. So without further ado, I'm going to bring to the stage the amazing Tinesha Tutt.
Hey y'all.
Hey girl.
Hey, I am excited to be here.
We are so excited to have you. Thank you so much for joining us in such a short notice because I know like all of this happened all fast. I know you was like, wait, what? You want me to do what? So I appreciate you so much for joining us. Let me
Yes,
ask you, because you know we chat. Like, so what was your first thoughts when I sent you the message like saying, hey, I need you to come pour into the community?
I was like, is this Katrina? I was like, she's texting me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, I was like, what a blessing, to be able to pour into your community and just everything that has been going on content wise. I just did my content event and that was such a huge success. I was able to pour into the community that way. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just excited to keep pouring into the community and teach people the beauty of content and what it can do for your business.
Awesome. Because so first of all, let us just say today, you guys, you know, she is. I'm not going to tell her age, but I am just in awe of all the things that she does and how she conducts herself and how like I really didn't know how old she was at the point of us really connecting. All I knew was that we was on the same type of time, right? Did we say that we was like we on the same type of time, right? And so that's our thing, okay? And one of the things I love about her is that with us being on the same type of time, and what I mean by that, like minds, and she has a heart to serve and just make sure that the people that she connects with has the information that they need in order to live and thrive. She's a baby. Yeah, look, you would not know because
Oh
she
Lord.
moves like a boss. Listen, she moves like she has been here before. All right, and so you would never know that. But she is a real estate agent, developer. I mean, this girl has a lot of receipts up under her belt. And I'm not even gonna say her age, but I would tell you she's still not
You
really
can say
near
it.
30. She's not near 30 yet. So how old are you, Tanisha?
I'm 26. I just turned 26 September 10th.
26 years old, you guys. Just turned 26, actually. And so that is amazing. And so she's going to come here and share certain things with us today. Listen, she's about to drop some gems. She ain't coming just to drop her receipts. She's going to drop some gems for us today. She's CEO Japonica says she lead with integrity. I know that's right. Correct. So first of all, you've been a real estate agent and you um, are, I mean, because you have an amazing imprint and portfolio at such a young age. So like how did you even get into that industry? Because I believe you kind of went into it not intentionally almost.
Yes, so I was actually an audio engineer. That's what I did throughout elementary, or not elementary, a little young for that, but middle school and high school. I went to La Villa and Douglas Anderson. Graduated from college. Well, I graduated from college early. I tried to finesse the system, get out early so I could get on the road because I was like, yeah, I'm trying to make some money. So
I know that's right.
so graduated college and got right on Holland American ships, and I was working in the BB King's lounge, and so I was the head audio engineer over Holland America, over the ship that I was on.
Okay.
And so all of that took me all over the world for a couple of years. And then COVID happened. Now, my
Mm,
dad and my brother have been in real estate for over 10 years. My dad over 16 years.
okay.
So I've always been in real estate, and
Mhm.
I always knew I was going to get into real estate, but at what point,
Right.
that wasn't my choice. So COVID happened. I was actually in the middle of getting my real estate license at the time, which happened
Mhm.
to be perfect timing because everything shut down completely. And so that was July of 2020. So I've been in real estate for or a little over 3 years now. So that led into a whole lot of other things that I didn't know I was gonna love. I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do real estate until COVID's over, and then I'm gonna go back on the road. But God was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
So
need to
he
sit
had
down right
something.
here.
Yeah, he had something else in mind.
Right. So I fell in love with every aspect of real estate, but I really do think that out of, I do real estate, I'm a travel agent, and I do events, but I think my real one word role is a connector. So I connect
Mm,
people to wherever you are, like on whatever journey you are in life, I connect you to that next point in life. So
that's
whether
so
you want to
good.
go from, point A to point B, this house to this house, from, Jamaica to California, or whatever the case may be, or if you want to, scale up your business. So I think I'm that connector that connects you to the people that you need to be connected to. So I think that it sort of fell in my lap, and I struggled with that for a long time, trying to figure out what my purpose was. When I
Mm,
got into real estate, I was just selling and helping people sell and buy homes, but it took me a long time to figure out what my purpose was in real estate beyond that.
now, how did you? Because I have other individuals that are trying to figure that out, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to figure out like what is their purpose and what it is that they're doing. How did you figure it out, and like what was the steps that you took to get to a resolve?
I think you have to start with acknowledging your strengths and acknowledging your weaknesses. You have to know what you're not good at and what you are good
That's
at.
good.
A lot of times in real estate, people don't know like all the different roles you can take on. You don't have to be the face of the real estate company. There are realtors who are strictly transaction coordinators. There are hairstylists that are strictly for the wash bowl, and hairstylists that are strictly for the braids.
Yeah.
So you have to figure out what you're good at and what you're not good at to figure out what is deeper beyond that, and that is your purpose. So what makes you happy in the morning? What makes me happy in the morning is people. Like I love people.
Mm,
So is my that is my happiness. So that is how I sort of fell into that. But you have to really sit down with yourself and be honest with yourself about what you're good at and what you're not good at. I know what I'm not good at. And I
gotcha.
know what I am good at. So
Mhm.
I had to really think about those things to figure out where this was all leading me.
That's so good. I want y'all to drop some dollar signs for that because I think sometimes we try to make it seem like it's rocket science when sometimes all we really have to do is, really, like you say, look within. Like, what do I really want to do? What am I passionate about? And what would I be okay with doing every day, even if I didn't get paid? You know? Now, I
Right.
have to say this because I know a lot of realtors, as being a business consultant, I know a lot of people, okay?
Yeah.
And with knowing a lot of people, I know people who've been in real estate for a long time and they'll come to me and say, "Hey, Katrina, X, Y, and Z," right? But you have been in real estate only a few years, a few short years, and you are already starting or already have started dominating this space. Like, how were you able to do that? Like, if you had to give a tip or anything to aspiring real estate agents out there, like, how were you able to carve out your space in the industry?
Mm. So I think my first year, I was so caught up in like, okay, it's COVID. I need to make money. This is, my source of income. So I'm going to buy and sell homes. And at the time, because I had traveled so much, I knew a lot of people that were referring me customers and stuff like that. So it felt easy to me. But what people don't realize as a realtor, you have to keep up that business.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way you can keep up that business is to continue learning. A lot of times people ask me like, oh, like how did you think to post that, or like, I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what to post. But that's because you're not learning enough. If you don't know
Woo!
what to post, you're not learning enough.
Well, you
So
got to rewind that. Hold up. Hold up. I am so serious because one of the things we keep talking about is you have to master something, right?
hmm
People try something one time or they will learn one part of it and think they know enough and start running with it. And it's like you haven't even touched the surface, you
hmm
know? So when you say not learning enough, can you expound on that just a bit? Rewind that.
Yes. So I think that you should be learning something daily. You should be inspired daily. You should be following people who are doing it. I know over the past couple of years, there's been this trendy thing that says, collaboration over competition. And while I think there is a beauty in that, I think people miss the part where you should be studying your competition. McDonald's studies Wendy's, Wendy's studies Burger King, like
Yep.
Chick-fil-A. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to throw out like the those restaurants specifically, but that's what came to mind at the time. But you know what I mean? Like those restaurants study each other. They might collaborate in the future one day, but you have to actually study your competition. There is a beauty in competition. That doesn't mean that you have to have any hatred towards anyone or look down on anyone, but you have to study those people who are already doing what you want to be doing or where you want to be. So I think that's like the beauty in learning every day and being inspired and following people that you actually, want to be like one day.
I love that. I love that. You got to know what you're talking about. You got to know what you're talking about. And that's one of the things we talked about on day 3 in regards to being specific about that, because I was just sharing with them about how you hear people talk about a saturated market.
Mm.
Like, is it really saturated, or you just don't know enough? You haven't learned
Mm.
enough to set yourself apart. And a
Right.
lot of times, if you take the time to master your area, because that was the whole point of what we've been doing. So many people are trying to market so many different things. You go to their
Yeah,
profiles and you see 10 different marketing messages, 10 different audiences, 10, you see so much on their profile and you can't even tell what they specialize in, right? And
definitely.
they wonder why they're not getting consistent engagement, leads, and contacts. And so I was sharing with them that when you can specifically figure out who you want to serve, then when you look at the competition, then you can see where they're falling short and you can pick it on up. But here's the
Mm.
thing, if you don't have a market, if you are not focused on a thing, you don't have any competitors. First of
Yeah.
all, you're not even on the map. They don't even care about you, okay? Because you are no threat to them, right?
Right.
You're no threat to them. So that was really, really good. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, definitely. I really, when it comes to content, you
Mhm.
might have 10 different services on your list. You might have 20 different products, but until you become an authority in whatever you want to sell. So like for instance, for the past 3 to 4 months, I've been solely promoting commercial real estate.
Mhm.
Commercial real estate, I'm very passionate about that because I want to see more of our business owners, our local business owners owning buildings. You see all these businesses, failing because they don't actually own those buildings.
Mhm.
That's one of my passions, is to help people through small business loans and et cetera to get to that point to own these buildings. So that's what I've been solely focusing on. And the amount of referrals and people that have been, tagging me has increased because I focus on one product. A lot of people don't know that I do the travel agent work or that I, maybe do property management as
Mhm.
well. I don't need them to know that right now because
Right
they're
now,
going to come to
keyword right now.
right.
Mhm.
Because once you get people in interest, they're already coming to you because you have deemed yourself as the expert and the authority in that content. So a lot of times people fail because they're trying to share like, hey, support me in this, support me in this, support me in this. People's brains only work so much on social media.
That's right.
When you get on social media, you cannot overload people with information or they're going to clock out in 10 seconds.
Mhm. Yep. I totally agree. That is so good. Focus on a thing. And I love that you shared that, because even if that's what you are this season, you said, I'm going to focus on commercial real estate in this season. That's my goal. And so you about to see everything commercial real estate. So I'm sure your videos, your content, your reels, all that is giving exposure to that particular area for this season until you're ready to now like host another event, right?
Mm-hmm.
Until you're ready
Right.
to go to the next project, you are solely giving that attention to that, right?
Right.
Um, so how did you learn that, and how did you figure that out?
Because of people I was following. I would notice people would only post like a skincare business, for instance. They might only post this is the product of the week. Well, you post this product so much in my head, it doesn't matter what, I forgot what the product was. I'm tagging you because you posted skincare.
Mhm.
That's the thing of psychology. Content is psychology, and
It
that's a
is.
whole.
It
And
is.
we'll get into that later. But
Yeah.
content is psychology, so you have to work the mind. You can't just post with the intention of selling, immediately. So with that being said, you posting information or education about a certain product, I'm going to think, okay, oh, she's the expert. I don't remember
Yes.
what she posted, but I just saw somebody that said they needed a skincare product. I'm about to tag her. But I was doing that for other people. And I was like, well, this is something that's happening in my brain. So I need to apply this
Mhm.
to my business.
That's
So
so
because
good.
so that's really how it came about.
And that's why at the very beginning of us doing this marketing challenge, I was saying a lot of entrepreneurs, business owners are failing because their brands are really selfish. Instead
Mm,
of them paying attention to how to sell to the person and learning that, like you said, the psychology of how to communicate, how to display certain things, how to tap into the people that are interested in what it is that they have to offer, then they don't. They're just posting only their selfies and posting what they're doing, posting what they're
mhm,
eating, which is not saying that their content is not relevant, but it's only relevant if it aligns with the audience that you're trying to connect with. And it
mhm.
only works if you are also, like you said, posting and sharing content that's relevant to the person. Are you educating them? Are you giving them a visual of what that particular thing look like? But first of all, I'm going to stop with all that because I'm ready to hear these gems that you have for us tonight. You guys,
Hey, no,
listen, because I
listen,
started
you
teaching.
got
Look,
it.
uh-uh. I'm 6 a.m. You 8 p.m.
Right, right.
But no, that was so good. That's so, so, so good. So, you guys, again, tonight we're talking about the mastering of the art of influence with Tanisha. And she prepared some stuff for you guys. So I love when we have people that come into our communities and really give us real stuff and not the fluff. All right. So I want y'all to type no fluff in the chat. No fluff. Because I love that. We have
No
no
fluff.
fluff. There's no fluff. You guys heard what she said so far. She gave you guys some gems, some heavy gems already. I hope you picked up what she put down. I hope you
Yeah,
did.
I
I hope
got
you
I
did.
got some notes for y'all.
Listen, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just back up a little bit just for a few minutes because I want you to go ahead and share what you have for them because I believe mastering the art of influence because a lot of people want to be an influencer, but they really don't know what that means,
Mm,
right? They want to be an influencer, but do you? So we'll talk about that. But I'm gonna give you the floor.
okay, cool. So yes, y'all, we are gonna jump right into it. Mastering the art of influence. So one thing I want to express to y'all is that word authority. I saw somebody type it in the chat too. That word authority is going to come up a lot in the conversation because that's the only way that people are going to trust you, and that's the only way people are going um, to allow to come into your space. So the first thing I want to talk about is we talked about focusing on selling one product, but I want to expand upon that a little bit more. A lot of times people get caught up in that focusing on one product. When I say that, that means that you can only promote that one thing. That doesn't mean that you can only promote your one product. That just means that you're focusing on selling one thing at a time. So what that does for people is it allows for people to one, see your product. Maybe you're selling maybe you're doing a sale, maybe you're doing maybe you're having a product of the week, or maybe you're having a house of the week. Maybe you have multiple listings, so you're posting that one house because you want to sell that one thing. That one thing is going to bring you longevity. It's going to bring people to your site. Maybe it's your Starlight product. So figure out what that one thing is in your product line that you want to sell over the next, let's say, the rest of the quarter. So with that being said, I want you guys to take out your notepads because y'all got homework. Y'all got homework from Katrina. Y'all going to get homework from me. So that one product, figure out what that one product is you want to sell.
Y'all got homework. Y'all got
Y'all
homework.
got
Okay, bye.
homework. Figure out what that one product is you want to sell and sell that for the next 2 to 3 months. Marketing is a trial and error type of thing. So you have to test things out. Sometimes we post one thing, we'll post our event promos one time and expect people to come in and just be receptive to that. First of all, only 10% of your algorithm or your followers see your post. So you posting that one product over time, it's allowing for more of your audience to see it, more of your audience to share it. I know a lot of times people post like, oh, my family and friends are not supporting me. Your family and friends are not your audience. Your family and friends are your, immediate supporters, sure, but your goal is to reach a broader audience. So now moving on to step number 2, we are going to serve before we sell, and we're going to help before we pitch. So I saw this quote on one of my good friends, G's page. He's a marketing guru in Jacksonville as well. He posted something that said, make sure you are serving before you sell and helping before you pitch. A lot of times we want people to buy our tickets, buy our products, buy this, buy that. But what have you done? And ask yourself this, actually, what have you done to help anyone else? What have you done to serve anyone else? What products have you bought from someone else in the past week? What events have you supported? Ask yourself that before you go and sell something. So make sure you one, go find someone to support in the next month, whether that's an event, a product, post about them, give people their flowers. The more you share to other people, and don't do it from a heart of, oh, I'm doing this to get something back. Do it from a heart of, I'm doing this knowing that I don't have to get anything back from this. No fluff. Yes. So I want to know from all of you, one, what is your business? So I can give you guys some one-on-one tips, and then also so that I can give you guys some ideas. Serve before you sell it. Yes. Type in the chat what your business is, and also I want you to post what one product you're going to be selling in the next month. So I'll give y'all a little bit of time to type in the chat.
While they're doing that, I love the soul before you sell. Can you say you said 2 things, a sentence. Can you repeat that?
Make sure you're serving before you sell and helping before you pitch.
And helping before you pitch. That is so amazing.
Yeah.
I love
When
that.
I saw that, I was like, man, this is what people are missing.
Mhm.
That I feel like that is what brings the community together. A lot of times we are begging for support, but we're not giving that support to anybody else. Even if you don't have the money to support, you have the time to support, or you don't have the time to support, you have the money to support. You have to figure out a way to engage with other people. Social media is not a place for you to just post your content and leave. That is a place for you to engage with other people. So you have to think about it this way. This is a two-way street.
Mm-hmm.
Not six-figure street, but two-way street.
I love that. High five. High five.
So I see a couple of people. Stephanie Hicks, she has her monthly book subscription, which I love. And Nicole has her hair restoration and scalp healer. She said, I will sell my scalp detox. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of information as far as when you are going to sell and how to sell genuinely. I buy products, hair products, skincare products. I'm like so big on skincare and hair care. I look for people who are going to educate me. You have to tell me, and you have to deem yourself as the authority in that scalp detox. So why is your scalp detox going to help my hair? And what target audience are you going to sell that scalp detox to? So if it's to the Black community, or if it's to different hair types, I'm going to specify that for the next month. So when you sell that scalp detox, I want you to educate weekly on that scalp detox. let's see what other businesses we have in here. Photographer, and okay, Kizzy is a photographer. She's going to promote maternity and children shoots. So again, thinking outside of the box beyond just your business, if you're going to sell, yes, you're a photographer, but also you are an authority. If you're going to do maternity and children shoots, you should be posting content that is related to helping, maybe study some stuff about pregnancies, or if you've been through a pregnancy, maybe share some of your pregnancy. So you become, you're connecting to those pregnant moms. So you might be sharing education on like, hey, these are some things that you should take to the hospital with you. These are some things that you should buy, like as far as I've never been pregnant before, so maybe that was a bad one, but you get what I mean when I say think outside of the box, outside of your actual business, and become the authority in pregnant women, because that is your niche. And then if you're thinking about children, maybe share some education tips for children. Let me look in the chat again. Real estate agent, realtor. Okay, so realtor, what are you going to sell for the next month? Coloring books helping fatherless boys and girls. So that is a good niche as well. So beyond that, you could post information. Let me look back. Fatherless boys and girls. So again, you could post information in regards to helping children. You could go into schools. So beyond your content, you could go into schools and apply that knowledge as well. That is your niche. And then you're filming those things to post as content. So content goes beyond just what you're posting online. It's your online presence is your in-person presence as well. So the things that you're doing in person, that is your content. Let's see who else is in here. Lingerie, hair restoration. Okay, cool. So we got some really good businesses in here. So those things that I'm talking about. So I'm a realtor. I sell houses. I am not only going to sell those houses, but I'm going to sell the community. So the reason I started and the reason my business started growing was because I became an authority in the community. I started going to local businesses. I started giving reviews on local businesses. I started visiting restaurants. I started filming different local businesses in the area, like, hey, you should come and visit this business, or this business is on the west side of town, this business is on the north side of town. So I became an authority in the community because of that. So I am not just a realtor, I am a community developer. So you have to think beyond just the real estate. So when you're filming content, a lot of times people are thinking like, oh, I don't know what type of content to create. You have to think beyond and think how you are going to become an authority in your community of people. So figure out what your community, I know Katrina talks about that a lot and talks about figuring out your avatar. So make sure you know who your avatar is, and those things will come easily once you figure out where they are. Where's your community? If you're trying to sell luxury real estate, you should be posting in luxury restaurants. If you're trying to sell to business owners, you should be visiting local businesses. So I hope that makes sense to everybody. And then storytelling and content. So storytelling is the easiest way to make content. You can post things about what your day-to-day looks like. You can post things about what you're doing in your work, behind the scenes. People love to be with you. People are so nosy. People are so nosy. Katrina knows. People love to be in your business. People love to be in your house. People love to be in your car. You can be private on social media, but you can be as public as you want, but still as private as you want on social media. So you don't have to show your house. You don't have to show certain parts of your life that you don't want to show. You just have to be open enough to tell a story. So whether that is the maternity shoot, I'm telling a story of the journey of that child. So maybe you have a client that comes back from uh from the maternity shoot, and then you do a shoot when they turn 1 year old. You're showing that journey. Find someone that you know maybe that you can actually work on those things with, and it's okay to offer those things for free, maybe as a one-time service, so that you can get that content to show that journey, or show the journey of you starting that maternity. Maybe you're adding certain elements into your photo shoots. Maybe you're adding the bassinets. Maybe you're adding I don't know what type of lights you're adding in there. Show that journey. Yes, take the people on a journey. People love to see where you started. People love to see where you are now and where you plan on going. So that can be your transparency to your customers. So then let's get into call to actions and prompts. Who knows what a call to action is? Who can tell me what a call to action is? CTA. So a call to action, I think someone said it. So a call to action is something that you are giving your customers to do. So content, when you think about content, you have to think about what you are going to sell after that, or what you are going to do after that, what your customers are going to do. You have to give them something to do. So whether that is looking at the caption, whether that is sending a DM, clicking the link in the bio, or giving them a reason to be on your page longer. The longer people on your page, the more engagement you get, and the more traffic you'll get to your websites. So the more you can bring people in, leave people on those cliffhangers. So when you're filming a video, you don't have to tell people everything. I might tell people, hey, these are 10 tips to doing this, 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 and this, or these are 10 steps to buying a home. I'm going to leave that 10th step off. And I'm going to say, to find out the 10th tip, that's a tongue twister. To find out the 10th tip, click the link in my bio. That leads them on a funnel, that leads them to my email list, and that leads them to something else. Some people will do it, some people won't, but it leads more traffic to your site. Giving people that anticipation, oh, I want to know what that 10th tip is, or I want to know how to do that. You're going to speak to your audience more. People are not just going to like your post and move on. Call to action. Give them direction. Yes. So your homework now is to create a video and give them a call to action. So I've given you guys 3 pieces of homework already. 1, focus on selling one product or service. 2, serve before you sell, help before you pitch. And 3, give your customers a call to action. Now, if you're going to do that homework, drop a $sign in the chat. So besides call to actions, there's other things you can give your customers to lead them to anticipation, or lead them to a direction. So you can give people prompts. You can give people things to comment on, get your engagement up in your comments. Hey, what is your favorite food? I might post my favorite food of the week, or I might post my favorite house of the week, my favorite room in a house. And I might say, hey, what is your favorite room in the house? That gives people a reason to comment or a reason to engage. You don't want a bunch of people who are just following you to like your post, or following you to just be there, hang out, look at your post, and move on. You want people to engage with you. The more people engage with you, the more people are able to interact with you and actually feel some genuine energy. And engagement, back on engagement. you always have to engage with other people. So as people are commenting on your post, I want you every day this week, if you don't go on social media at all, I want you to go on social media and comment on 2 to 3 people's posts, and it can't just be emojis, every single day. If you get on social media regularly, I want you to make it a point to comment on 10 businesses' posts, and also share someone's post as well. Share someone that's in your industry, share someone that's outside of your industry, but you sharing other people's posts, that gives you more engagement, that gives them more engagement, that gives them more reason to connect with you as well. Engagement goes both ways. We're going to get into the 5 touches of social media. So while we have engagement, we have comments, we also have DMs, we have stories, we have lives, we have pictures, and we have videos. All of those things are different touches for your customers. So while you may only post on your social media, or you may only write on your social media, you are missing a whole nother audience of people by not going live. Like Katrina is touching people on Zoom, she's touching people on YouTube, she's touching people on social media, she's touching people on her Facebook group. Those are all different touches to bring you all to her. So with that being said, the mixture of those 5 different touches is what brings you customers. People are more concerned about themselves than anything. People don't care about your business. People don't care what you do. People don't care, about the things that you are trying to sell them. They care about you. So with that being said, you have to make those personal touches through your lives. When you go live, you're reaching a different audience than you're reaching through your post. You're reaching a little bit more personal. I'm talking to you guys on a personal level right now. This is me going live. This is me talking to you directly. You guys are able to interact with me and comment, and you're able to see my face in real life, real time, no editing, no fluff. In the stories, who knows what a story is and how long it lasts? So a story only lasts 24 hours on your profile. So that story is a place for you to engage with your more personal people. So maybe the people that you can show a different side of yourself, or maybe you can show just short clips of things that you're doing throughout the day. That's your day-to-day life. That is your personal people. Those people interact with you on a daily basis. Those people can see you going out to a restaurant. Those people can see you having a drink, or whatever the case may be, on your day off. Those are not your people who you haven't reached yet. Those are people who already follow you, already know what you do. Occasionally you'll have people that are outside of that, but those are your people. You can talk to them. Those things will disappear for 24 hours after 24 hours, but just know that anything you put up on social media is up there forever. Now you have your post as pictures. A lot of times people post pictures with no context or no real meaning behind it. So you can post pictures and you can have a whole message behind it. I might post a picture of a house, but I'm educating my customers on what it took for my customers to get that house. I might post a video of that house and show the journey of how that house was built. That's 2 different touches. I might go live at that house once it's been completed, show the journey of the closing. That's a little bit more private, a little bit more intimate. That's a 3rd touch, dealing with the same thing. And then number 4, I might go in the DMs. So the DMs we didn't get to yet. So the DMs is a really intimate space where you can actually talk to people one-on-one. On Instagram, you can talk to people. You can talk to people a bunch of different ways. They have broadcast channels now where you can broadcast to a bunch of different people that join. You can also direct message people. So when I direct message people on social media, it's for a certain reason. And it's for a more personable reason. So when you DM people on social media and you try to sell them something, it's a little bit more intimate, and you're invading people's space a little bit more. So when you do direct message people, make sure you message people in a way that you're asking them how they're doing first before you start selling something to them. So when you send out blast messages, the minute you start talking to everyone and not that person directly, you will lose the entire audience. There's this thing that people do on social media where they tag, 100 people in one post. You've lost your entire marketing by doing that. And I'm gonna tell you why. When you don't directly talk to people, people don't feel like they are important. People want to feel important. People want to feel loved. People want to feel like, oh, like Katrina sends out these messages. It says, "Hey, Tanisha." It does not say, "Hey, everyone." Hey, whatever. And then the message, it says, "Hey, Tanisha." That is personalized. So when you do personalized things, people pay attention more. When you tag 100 people in one big post, yes, some people may engage with you, but you've lost that direct marketing tool. Direct marketing. Let's talk about that. Direct marketing. It's okay to message people, but when you do it, make sure you're not invading their privacy. Also, use stickers in your stories to strengthen your engagement. Yeah, okay. So with that being said, direct marketing, let's talk about that a little bit more. So when you are direct marketing to a group of people on Facebook and Instagram, when you're posting reels, when you're posting stories, tagging a bunch of people in those posts will actually lessen your engagement. The more you do that, it makes people not want to engage with you. It makes people block you. I see it happen all the time. So when you are tagging people, make sure they are people who are actually in those posts. They're actually people who are going to support you. They're actually people who are going to share those posts as well. We don't want to see them me tagged with 99 other people, right? And then we want to talk about, so in your DMs, you can also do a couple of different things on Instagram. So on Instagram, there's a tool when you go to send a message, you can send a voice message, you can send a message that sends with hearts, you can send a message that sends with fire. That gives it a little bit more pizzazz. It gives a little bit more personalization to that message as well. So when you're sending voice messages, that is a good way to follow up with people after you've met them at an event. So I want everyone, if you're not on your phone, to go on your Instagram and go to your followers. And you can write this down as well. But when you go to your followers, you can click sort by default. I'm going to try and type that in the chat too. Sort by default. When you click that sort by default, you can see the followers that followed you last. When I go to events and when I go to networking places or I meet people that follow me on social media, that is the way that I look to see who followed me last so that I know who to follow up with. Sometimes we go to networking events, we follow people on social media, and then we forget about it. We forget who we follow. We forget, what their names were. We try to remember. We try to screenshot. That is the easiest way for you to go in and find your followers that you followed within the last 24 hours. I go in there. I send everybody a voice message. Hey, it was nice meeting you. Hey, it was great talking to you at this event. Your pink dress was beautiful. That direct marketing, that's what gets people to feel like, hey, you've made me feel important. I'm going to talk to you more. People will get a million messages after an event, say, hey, it was great meeting you, and that's it. Hey, it was great meeting you. Here's my next event. Hey, it was great meeting you. Go buy something from me. So when you send a voice message, it gives a little bit more personalization, and it also gives people a sense. It lets people hear you, lets people hear your voice. Text messages can get misconstrued, so that gives people a way to connect with you on a deeper level. And then let's talk about education, entertainment, and that word authority again. So there are three different ways to engage with your audience on social media. You can either educate, you can entertain people, you can make people laugh. So educate and entertain, and then become an authority. Oh, I don't know how I got these balloons on here, Katrina.
I don't see them on my end. I don't
Oh,
think so. You probably see them on yours.
oh. um, but we can educate and we can entertain. Katrina likes to educate a lot. Katrina, I like to educate a lot too. But when you educate to people, you're giving people a reason to you're giving people a reason to listen. So if I want to know how to buy a home and someone is posting like all the steps to purchasing a home, or if someone is posting all the steps to how to take care of your hair as an entrepreneur, or if somebody is giving me all the tips to do my makeup, then I'm going to immediately connect with those people. That education piece is so important. You see the balloons now too? I don't know where they came from. But anyways, so that education piece, that is your fourth piece of homework. I want you to educate someone, and it doesn't have to be much. Sometimes we overthink education when it comes to creating content. A lot of people don't know the things that you know. The things that you think are so simple are the things that you should be sharing with your audience. So how to get into real estate, how to get into hair care, how to get into makeup, become that authority to other makeup artists, other photographers, teach other photographers how you did what you did. So when you become that authority again, you reach a broader audience. Now you become a mentor. You stepped up to a whole nother level of content creation. So you've gotten the customers that are buying your products, but now you have become the authority because you are mentoring other people within your industry. And that's how you scale up to become great. So and then you can entertain. People love to be entertained. They love to laugh. They love to see enjoyment. So make sure you mix your education with enjoyment. So showing your day-to-day life, showing you with your family, showing you eating, showing you in the car dropping the kids off to school. People love to see those journey moments. So I want to know what you guys are struggling with when it comes to content. How many of you guys are struggling with making content? How many of you guys are struggling with coming up with ideas for content? Let's talk a little bit about that. I love the best of both edutainment. I love that.
And while you guys are putting that in the chat, can we just pause for a moment and say how good this is? Like, y'all see what she's giving you guys? She is pouring out the juice. I mean, this is some amazing information. And I'm so glad that we have it on replay. Okay. Look, this almost should have been VIP this morning. That's how good it is. But we love y'all. We're gonna make sure y'all got what y'all need. But we definitely have to bring you all over to VIP with us too. But this has been so good so far. Kizzy say, I feel more confident after listening to you. Now that's
Mm.
that's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, how many of you guys struggle with confidence when it comes to creating content? I know that was something I struggled with personally when it came to creating content. I thought I had to have my makeup done all the time. There's nothing wrong with doing your makeup, you know, for social media if that's how you feel comfortable. But you have to start somewhere. When it comes to consistency, a lot of people struggle with consistency because they don't have a plan. You could start with 1 day a week, and that could be your consistency. You could start with, you could start with 1 day a month, which I wouldn't suggest that, but you could start with you can start with 1 day a month and that be your consistency. Whatever your consistency is, make sure your audience knows that. If they know that you're going to be up at 8 a.m. and you're going to be posting that content, that's when your audience is going to engage with you. When your audience knows when you're going to show up, that's when they are going to show up with you as well.
I love that. And one of the things I do want to share in regards to what she was saying in regards to consistency and feeling like your face got to be beat and all of that. So what I would say is one of the things is that make sure that you are, this is why I tell you guys to learn yourself, right? Learn yourself, learn yourself, learn yourself, because when you do, then you're showing up as your best self and you're okay with that no matter what it looks like. But when you are putting on for the gram, when you coming on with your face beat trying to, and I won't say be something that you're not, but you're trying to find confidence in a way that's not authentic to you, right? Then if you come out that way, you're going to have to stay that way, right? So I always tell my people, if you want to be consistent, come out in the way that you know you can continue to show up that way, right? See, because me, if I was trying to be fancy, my hair would be curled, but I know I'm not going to curl my hair. It's going to stay straight. I'm going to just brush it down a little bit before I get on here and go like this. And guess what? I can show up like that every morning. Now, if I would have came on here with my face beat and my curls and all of that, and if I had to show up like that every day, y'all would not see me. Okay. So I stay with what is coming for me. Some people go live in their cars, and that's what they do because they don't want their house shown. So they create a signature in their brand and with their content as far as in going live in their car. So every time they go live, it's in the car. And so now they're creating that consistent message and branding. That's what branding is, right? Doing something repetitive to people so people would know that it's you, right? So if I'm always going live in my car, then if I decide to start going live on my couch, it's going to throw off the brand, like you said, create noise, and that's too many things for people to focus on when you're trying to gain their trust with your brand. All right. So
Trust.
yeah, trust, right? We call it the no
That's
like
a
and
big.
trust factor, right? But they trust you because you're consistent. And if you can't be consistent, they're not going to give you that like and that follow, right? And it's not really that they're saying it, um, they saying it out loud. It's just something that happens, like she said, it's psychology. So when they start looking at your profile, it's something that draws them to you to say, you know what, it looks like they're kind of consistent, and I like this, and it's clear, and I understand, and I can eat off this. Now,
Yeah.
are they really thinking that? No, but their mind is processing it that way. And that's what I want you guys to understand. Their mind is processing it that way, whether they're saying it or not. So that's why we're telling you guys to have a focus. That's why we're telling you to pay attention to who you're talking to. When people are coming to your profiles, your Instagrams, your Facebooks, they need to see themselves. But if they're only seeing you in you, but they're not seeing themselves in you based on the way you're communicating, then guess what? Yep, there you go, Lakeisha. Start how you want to finish. So,
Yes.
so even you saying I don't have to look, barefaced it, but at the same time I don't have to have my face beat. Come up with what that look like for you, so you can show up as your best self consistently. I want y'all to type the word consistently in the chat. Consistently in the chat. So I want to
Definitely.
do a quick recap of what Tanisha talked about today. For those of you guys who just joined, it was so good with the T, good, gooder, and goods.
Wait,
All right.
before you get that, I want
Oh,
to
what?
answer Clinton's question.
Oh, what
He
did Clinton
said
say? He asked great questions.
he said, "How do you start building an audience, and what kind of ways have you used to get more followers?"
Oh, that's
Um,
good.
so that's a really good question. And I will tell y'all, I do not pay attention to followers like at all. So I do know like how much I've gained over time. So I had about 2,000 followers at the beginning of this year on Facebook, and now I have 6,000 followers. That was all organic though. That was all organic. So sometimes you have to stop thinking about the followers, how many people are liking your post. Sometimes I get on Facebook and the algorithm will literally shadow ban you, and you'll get one like on your post. And that's just how it is. But you have to continue to post.
Yeah.
People will eventually see your post, and the more consistent you are, the more the algorithm is going to pick you up. But also with that, you have to think more about, am I really putting myself out there? How bad do you believe in your brand? How bad do you really want this? How
Yeah.
bad do you think that your product is the best? That's how you have to think about the way you're posting your content. I don't care if people see me or not. I'm going to post it because I believe in everything that I do. I believe that there is a reason that I'm doing what I'm doing, and I believe that somebody needs what I
Yeah.
have. So that it will guide you, and that will get the followers, that will get the likes, and whatever. So you have to think beyond that and think about who you are serving, um, and think about who you're helping by making that one post. And sometimes you don't realize, like, people might be watching, they may not like anything, they may not comment, but you don't know how many times I've had people message me and say things that I had no idea they were watching, because they never like anything, they never comment on anything,
Yeah.
but they
That's how
are
it goes.
watching you. So how
Mhm.
bad do you want it? Like, that is the question. And I want you guys to answer that question over the weekend. How bad do you believe in your products to post them every single day and get on people's nerves?
Listen, if Fashion Nova can text us, talk our language, send us an email, show up on the mobile thread, show up on social media, come through on Twitter feeds, then y'all can post y'all stuff every day. That's all I'm gonna
Yes.
say.
Yes. And I have to say too, like, when I first started my content the first year in real estate, that first year in real estate, I was posting things for myself. I was posting my numbers, I was posting just sold, just listed, just, whatever. And that clouded my page. I
Mm,
had to step away from that and start showing the journey. Like, people just saw, like, oh, just sold, whatever. Okay, she's making money. That's what
yeah,
people think, more so than, like, okay, she's helping these people on this journey. I stepped away from that when I realized, like, how almost toxic it was, that I was not showing the journey, and I was just posting for that almost like self elevation, even though that wasn't my goal. But, like, that's what it comes off as when you post the end result.
yeah, yeah. People want to go on a journey, like you said earlier. People love to see before and after, and so that's why I was saying, like, hey, before, after, journey. How did it start?
Mm-hmm.
What was the experience like during it? And what was the end result? And then what you do, that's because so many people want to inspire people. I want to motivate and inspire people, but all you get online and do is say some quotes and say you can do it, and this is my story, but you never actually inspire them.
Mm-hmm.
You never actually motivate them because you don't show them what a transformation actually looks like.
Mm.
So if you guys really want to transform someone's life, show them a transformation. Show
Mm.
them before, tell them and show them what they're going to experience while they're doing it. Guide them through the journey. Share the good, the bad, the indifferent, and the ugly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then make sure you share the end result. That's where true inspiration comes from. That's how you give people motivation, because they see that you did it, so they believe that they could also do it.
Mm-hmm.
Share that with your people, and I'm telling you, it's a game changer. Do one thing. Like, I know this one lady. You ever follow Dana Bolden? You know,
Yes. Wait. What did she do?
she just, I just know she's an influencer, and I remember she did the 75 hard
Okay.
challenge. And because she did the 75 hard challenge, for those who don't know, it's an exercise challenge to where you exercise 75 days straight, twice a day for 75 days. So that's why they call it hard. But not only do
Mm-hmm.
you exercise for 75 days straight, twice a day, and one has to be outside. So an inside workout and an outside workout. You also have to drink a gallon of water. You also have to pick a diet, and whatever diet you do select, you can't cheat on none of the 75. And watch this, y'all. If you miss any of these things, you have to start back over again on day one, like day one, if you cheat or miss anything. In addition to that, you have to read 10 pages of a book. So that's why they call it hard, right?
Yeah.
And she did it for 75 days and she documented her journey on Instagram. When I tell you her transformation was amazing, but more importantly, do y'all know she ended up getting brand deals because she documented her journey? Some of you guys want to receive um, sponsorships. Some of you guys want people to send y'all free stuff and all that, but y'all not doing anything and taking people through a journey in order for them to trust you. And so people began to trust her because she did it. And not only did she did it twice.
Mm.
And when I tell you her brand like catapulted to a whole nother level, hotels were bringing her and her husband in for her to review the hotels and things like that, sending her on trips. Like she really became an influencer. Why? Because she
Mm.
took them through the journey. So what I want y'all to say in the chat, I want you guys to put journey and transformation in the chat. Take people through the journey so that they can transform. But more importantly, what happens for you guys begin to transform too because you're consistent. So you transform. You see your brand, your confidence, everything transform in front of your face. So journey and transformation. Journey and transformation. All right, back to you, Tanisha. Look, I have to keep giving you the mic back. Give me the
Hey,
mic.
no, you're good. I'm just giving the list of homework. I think we went through all the 8 steps, but now we got to recap the homework. Who can
Yes.
tell me what the homework was and what they got to do this week?
Ooh, and whoever can do it
That's the
may get a
question. Who was
prize.
paying attention? Because I don't know. I
Yes.
might I might
Who's
give
paying
away something for
attention?
free. Who can tell me what the 4 things for homework are this week? I'll give y'all one. Focus on one product.
Focus on one product. Oh, can I do number two? Because that's like my favorite.
Yes. You got it.
Serve. Is that the one? Is that number two?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Serve before you sell and help before you pitch.
Mm.
Serve before you sell and help before you pitch. So I want to
Yeah.
know, we want to know for your homework, how do you plan on serving someone else within your homework? I want to know what that looks like.
Okay, I see them dropping number 3 already. Call to action.
Come on.
Give your audience a call to action.
Yeah.
And then who remembers number 4?
Let's see what y'all have.
Okay, Stephanie said the 5 touches. So that's close. Yep. Comment on other pages and businesses. And I'm gonna give y'all one more actually, if
So
I
what was number
didn't
four?
already.
What
So
was number?
number four was to comment on
Oh, okay.
comment or share someone else's post.
Got you.
Engagement. So I'm gonna give y'all one more. I want you guys to educate your customers on either how you got started in the business, in whatever business you're in, something you struggled with getting into your business, or something you overcame in your business, or are overcoming. I don't think you ever overcome anything. You're always overcoming.
Yeah, ing. Okay.
Ing. Yes. So, with that being said, so those are the 5 homework pieces now
So
on
I'm
top
gonna
of
do this.
Katrina's homework.
I'm gonna do this because I gave y'all homework for today. So how about this, Tanisha? How about we make this? They're getting their homework, but this is gonna be the homework that's due for tomorrow. How about
Okay.
that? Tomorrow's Saturday, and so
Mm-hmm.
what we can do is we're going to make this whole entire thing tomorrow's assignment. So you guys can watch
Mm.
this in the replay tomorrow. This will be your for those of you who still get up at 6 a.m. tomorrow because y'all know we off on the weekend. So I'm gonna finally get more than 2 hours of sleep messing around with y'all. Okay. But But tomorrow is Saturday. So with tomorrow being Saturday, this is going to be days 5 homework assignment for you guys. And I'm gonna post it in the group, and then we're going to post the actual action items for you. And then this is going to be what we want you guys to share. Because again, just because we're not going live at 6 a.m. doesn't mean the challenge doesn't stop. There's we just I'm not teaching at 6 a.m., but we're
Mm,
still in this at 6 a.m. So I want y'all to be clear on that. So we're still doing the work. You're still going to get my posts and emails and all of that. I'm just not teaching you at anything at 6 a.m. This is going to be your lesson for tomorrow. If you just picked up what I put down, drop some dollar signs. Let me make sure. Let me make sure y'all picked up what I put down. Are you okay with that, Tanisha?
I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm gonna do it with y'all.
Yes. And tomorrow's Saturday, so that's the best because you're able to get some content. You're able to, actually get up and do this as your homework versus just listening to me,
Right.
right? So this is, yep, okay. I see the dollar signs coming through. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. I love it. This was so, 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 so good. So, do you mind if I share the recap of what you shared with us today?
Absolutely.
Yes, you guys. So, can we just give some hand claps to Tanisha in the chat? She's a whole realtor, real estate agent that's killing in the industry, but she is now also starting to dominate, I mean, not even starting to, she is dominating on the content area. So she's a prime example, you guys, of being able to dominate an area and still have passions, but they complement each other versus her being all over the place. And so if you didn't catch anything else today, I hope that you caught that and you're able to recognize that and see that because it exudes on her profiles if you follow her. So do us a favor too in the chat. Can you go ahead and drop your social media handles in the chat?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So make sure you guys are following her. Make sure you guys staying connected. And she is a part of our community too, you guys. So that means, listen, we're gonna have to bring her back. We're gonna have to bring her to the stage. Y'all know. If we brought her to the stage, would you guys love to hear her talk and share more in a room face to face? We might need to do a working session. We might need to do a working session. Listen,
Uh-oh,
some of
I
you
don't
guys,
think I can.
some of you guys attended some of our live events where we actually did working sessions. How many of you guys remember those that attended? Because I believe we have some APs, some OGs on here that did our 3-day work session with us. Yes, yes, Tamara, we're going to definitely post it in the group. So we have a lot of the emails already ready tonight. So we're going to do that for you. Oh, Tanisha, put it on under the other chat. I think it's only showing you. Can you? Does it
Okay.
show? Does it
It
allow
won't
you to
allow
snap
me
it?
to connect because I'm not connected to my YouTube.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna drop it. Let me see if I can copy and paste for you. Okay, I just dropped her handle, you guys. So if you want to go follow her, okay. All right. Again, some of the things that she covered today, which was amazing, focusing on one product to sell, which some of these things are your homework. But she dived into a little bit more in depth into some of these topics: serving before you sell, helping before you pitch, storytelling. And so that's one of our topics we're going to be talking about next week because you guys are going to be a master storyteller. So I cannot wait for that. Um, Engagement and not just being selfish, making sure that you are commenting and creating your own algorithm, sharing and commenting and engaging on other people's posts. CTA, which is also AKA call to action, and she talked about the prompts and anticipation of it all. I believe that if you don't tell people what to do, they won't do it. So that's what CTA means for me. Click here, buy here, go here, inbox me, right? Drop this, tell them what to do. Okay. And then she also went over the 5 touches, which was live, stories, pictures, videos, and DMs, making sure that you are well rounded in how you're doing your content, a personalized follow up. Don't do that blanket stuff. Do not do the tagging 99 and 1. We're not going to do that, but we're going to actually build relationships with people. Remember, that's what we've been talking about in regards to marketing this whole entire time, building relationships with people. We build relationships and solve problems. I want y'all to type that in the chat. We build relationships and solve problems. That's what we do here in our community. If we're not doing that, we're not doing it right. Okay. All right. And last but not least is education, entertainment, and authority. This was all so good today. So good today. So, again, we're going to make sure that we are sharing this link in our group for day 5 tomorrow. Also, posting these things in your action items for your homework. And we want to see your homework in the group. So, Tanisha, you have to do us one last favor.
Okay.
So, tell us what, when they post their homework, what we do is we have to have a hashtag that go along with it. So, they
Okay.
post their homework with the hashtag. What hashtag are they posting with your homework?
So, with the homework, we can do content connections. That's the, I think that'll be fitting.
Okay.
Hashtag content connections, and it's CONNEXIONS. So just
Okay.
replace the T with the X.
Gotcha.
Content connections.
All right. And so we're going to also post this in the group. I'm also going to send it out via email. You know how we do. Like she said, multiple touches. So to be in the group, it's going to be an email. You guys are going to have it. Also, if you're a VIP is also going to be in our private portal inside of the group. So again, multiple touches. You'll be able to get it on the app and all of that. And the reason why we do this, you guys, is because if we can do it with all the hats and all the things that we have, you can do it. And it also removes the excuses. There is no excuse. No excuse. We showing up, y'all need to show up too. No excuse. So we are putting in all these different areas in all the different ways for you to show up for yourself. All right. Now I want you guys to give yourselves a hand clap for showing up on day 4. Some of you guys have not missed a morning or a night. Y'all been on time. Matter of fact, y'all been before time. My Zoom do be going off at 5:45. I'm like, well, golly,
You
these
got
people are on here at 5:45 a.m. waiting to get into the room. I'm like, thank you, Lord. Like, I love that energy and enthusiasm. It is freaking amazing, you know? So give it up for yourselves. I'm so serious. And don't be like, I don't like clapping for myself. Well, you're gonna clap for yourself in our community. We
mhm.
celebrate each other. Clap for yourself because y'all been doing it and killing it with this short notice. All right. So any last words or anything you want to share today, Tanisha?
Um, let's see. I just want to share to everybody out there that is struggling with showing up for themselves, or that is struggling maybe with confidence, to take time away from your business and to build up your personal, focus on yourself, focus on building your personal, because I feel like that is the quickest way to, or not quickest way, but that is the easiest way to reflect in every other area of life. So taking those, whatever that means to you, taking those personal moments to enjoy life as well,
Yeah.
beyond the business, and sharing that with people as well. So, but yes. And do you mind if I share what I have coming up?
Please.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I served and now I'm selling.
That's right. I serve now, but now we're selling.
So, I have made it super simple for y'all. If y'all message me the word Katrina in my inbox on my Instagram, you will get access to the next event that I have coming up. And actually, for this community, you can pay what you want. There's no code, there's no nothing. Pay what you want. And that ends next week. But if you message me the word Katrina on Instagram, you will get access to that.
That is amazing. Oh my gosh. My heart is smiling. Matter of fact, my heart is cheesing right now.
Um,
Oh, thank you so much. So tell us, what is the date of the event and all of that? Tell us a little bit about it, please.
Yeah, so it's November 11th, and this will be a good one for you guys too. It is around health and wealth. So my brother and I are partnering to put this together through the nonprofit that is centered around health to benefiting. Um, Basically, the nonprofit is Occupy Wellness Research, and so we research all the foods that and connected to the brain, connected to psychology, connected to all those different things, and see how it affects the human body. So with that, it is going to be a health and wealth event. We will have real estate, we'll have art, culture, music, and everything. So November 11th, that will be an amazing event. I'm super excited to curate that one because it'll be a lot of different elements. But it's the whole self. So it's called holism. So when you message me, Katrina, you'll get that access code.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. So you know us APs and neighbors will be in the room. Um, and thank you for the opportunity because not only did you serve and you you sailed, but there really wasn't a sale because you still served with that, so you just showed up and showed out for us and we're super grateful. Thank you.
Of course. Yes. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you reaching out. Anything the APs need, y'all feel free to message me if you're struggling with anything. I'm an open book, so I'll be glad to talk to anyone.
Yeah, and we're definitely going to do something. We're going to bring it back for something, right? So stay tuned. We never know what that looks like. Whatever God puts in our spirit, just, since you said it, I hope you're open to it, but whatever they may look like. But I'll
Yes.
keep you posted. But thank you so much, you guys. Again, no 6 a.m., but we will have a post and everything for you to do your homework.
Yay.
All right, all right. You have an amazing day, Tanisha, and we'll
You
see
too.
you in the community. I will see you guys in the community. And if you're watching this in the replay, all of this is for you too. All right. So, again, you guys have an amazing night, and we will see you in the community tomorrow. Bye.